Hi guys, welcome to Stacking the Shelves Showcase Sunday and Mailbox Monday for the weekend of October 21st. A couple of things. I do have a cold, kind of a bad cold, so hopefully you can still hear me and understand me. Also, I'm filming this at night, so my desk is actually turned around that I film at, and this is the window I normally film facing towards. So I'm facing my office so that the light from the light in the room is like hitting me in the face and not backlighting me. Anyways, I don't know if you care or not, but I do have like a light that I do use to like light but still pack, so I need to get that out eventually. I did get quite a few books this week again. I got 3 for review. I swapped a couple. I bought one and I got a couple from the library, so I'll start going through them. The first one I got for review is The Vanishing Throne by Elizabeth May. I got this through Edelweiss. This is book 2 of the Falconer trilogy. I really enjoyed book 1. It's a young adult, like, kind of has an urban fantasy feel to it, but it's about fairy and whatever, and I liked it. So this is the second one. This actually doesn't come out for a long time. It comes out June 6th, so I'm getting it like 7 months before it releases. It does release, I believe, in the UK earlier. I think it releases in like February or March in the UK. So there's that one for review. The second one I got for review, I'm going to just flat out admit I got this. The only reason I looked at it to begin with was because I really, really liked the cover. So this is Black 5. Black 5 by L. Lynn Bailey. And that is just an awesome cover. I just think it's spectacular. You see that cover and you're like, oh my gosh, I want to read about that. Anyways, this one comes out at the beginning of January 4th, and it's about a girl who finds herself involved in a secret world called Night Marionette. So Nightmares Marionettes, I guess. I don't know. It sounds very cool, very like steampunk gothic kind of thing. So I'm very excited to read it, and it's a pretty cool cover. And I'll probably be reading it soon because I want to have the review out before it's a January release. The next one I got for review was kind of unexpected. It's the audiobook of Shadows of Self, which is the 5th Mistborn novel by Brandon Sanderson. I'm not actually sure how I got this. So I used to have a contact at Macmillan Publishing who would occasionally send me audiobooks, but I haven't gotten anything from her for a year or two. I don't know if this is that contact because there wasn't a name on the the promotion stuff included with it, or if it's something from Goodreads or whatever. But anyways, I got this for review. I'm excited to read it. This is supposedly even further in the future than Alloy of Law was. So the first 3 Mistborn books were like kind of way in the past. Alloy of Law was kind of a Western themed one, and this is supposed to be more of a further in the future of that world kind of book. And there's going to be 2 more after this, I believe, kind of set in the future like that. So it'll be interesting to see how that ends up. I did buy 1 book this week, and that was Sweep in Peace by Ilona Andrews. This is the 2nd book in the Innkeeper Chronicles. These are released for free as like installments on their blog or website or whatever. I like to read them as full novels because I'm not a big fan of installments. So, you know, I went ahead and got it for my Kindle as soon as it released. Again, this is about a girl who runs an inn that's it's like a magical inn that's a waypoint for magical creatures. And I really like the first one, so I'm looking forward to read that. I did swap 1 book. The review for this went up on my blog earlier this week. The series, the first book in the series. The second book in the series is Warrior and Witch by Marie Brennan. The first book was Doppelganger. Very creative, interesting fantasy with a lot of magic in it. I originally thought it was an urban fantasy, but it's straight, you know, high fantasy type of thing. Swords and sorcery fantasy, whatever you want to call it. Really enjoyed it. So this is the 2nd book in that duology, and I went ahead and requested through paperback swap. These books were released under 2 names. The one that I had, Doppelganger, was book 1, and Warrior Witch is book 2. They were also released under the duology names Warrior, and then the other book was Witch, and then Warrior. So I don't know why they did that. It's really confusing, but this is the 2nd book and final book in that duology, and I look forward to reading that. Then I got 2 books from the library. The first one is The Darkly Luminous Fight for Persephone Parker by Leanna Renee Haver. I just finished reading The Strangely Beautiful Tale of Miss Percy Parker. These are such long titles. I had it on Kindle for a long time. I really, really loved it. It was kind of like a gothic supernatural story with some romance in it. It was really good. I don't know why I waited so long to read it. It has some mythology in there. It's set in London. It has some Jack the Ripper stuff in there. So it's got a lot of interesting stuff in there. I really wanted to continue. That's a trilogy. So I wanted to read the second book in it, and I was able to get the second book from my library. So that's that one. A lot of these, I've been trying to go back and read stuff for my to-be-read pile, and that was one that I got in like 2009 or 2008 or something to read. Finally read it. And the last book I read, everybody knows this book. Not the last book I read. Last book I got from the library is the fourth and final book in the Lunar Chronicles, Winter, by Marissa Meyer. Really looking forward to seeing how everything wraps up. This is a big book. They all have kind of been big books, but they never feel that long when you're reading them. So I'm very excited to see how everything wraps up and see where it goes and how everything goes when everybody's heard this book. It's a very good series. So these have basically been science fiction kind of fairy tale retellings, although there's a very like epic like storyline to it. So if you don't like fairy tales, don't let that make you shy away from this. Just know that, yeah, they're fun reads. So, you know, maybe not my most enthusiastic stacking the shelves video ever, but we got through it. So again, I got Winter. I got The Darkly Luminous Fight for Persephone Parker. I swapped Warrior and Witch, 2 paperback swap. I bought Clean Sweep, or Sweep in Peace, sorry, second book. I got Shadows of Self to review an audiobook, and then I got Black 5, which is probably one of my favorite covers of the year, for ebook for NetGalley, and then I got The Vanishing Throne by Elizabeth May to review through Edelweiss. So those are all the books I got this week. I will talk to you guys next week, maybe. I don't know, it's Thanksgiving weekend, so we're going to be pretty busy, but we'll see what happens. I hope you got some good books and that you have a good week of reading. I'm sorry, I'm so out of it. I'm like a cold medicine and stuff. So anyways, yeah, we're getting snow here today at Minnesota. Not like enough to cause any issues, but we've got maybe ½ inch of snow on our deck right now. So I guess, you know, last week it was 70 and this week it's snowing, which is fine. It's getting towards Thanksgiving, so it's fine to have a little bit of snow. Yeah, that's all I really have to say, I guess. Have a good week and happy Thanksgiving if I don't talk to you all again. I hope you have plans with family or friends and that you're doing something fun, or at least just enjoying not working or whatever. All right, bye.